Well, here we are, and we're so glad you're with us. That's the important thing. So, what's happening in our world is Canadian Thanksgiving. And we made some beautiful dishes we'll share with you in this presentation. But we want to talk about what Thanksgiving is all about, which for me is gratitude, thankfulness for life, for all that life brings us, the lessons, the perceived difficulties, the joys, all of it is such a miraculous experience that can lead us to more and more growth and thankfulness and appreciation for what we experience in this life.
Yeah, I think as we were reflecting on what to talk about today, we were seeing this relationship too between thankfulness and gratitude and our happiness in life, our sense of well-being, our sense of clarity and ease in life. And of course, Thanksgiving comes out of the old tradition of celebrating the harvest that's come in, the abundance that we've been able to glean from the earth and help us survive through the winter. It's kind of, as I understand, the precept behind Thanksgiving, and it's a beautiful expression. I'm giving thanks to something that I haven't had complete involvement in. That is, I put the seed in the ground and I water it, but it is quite miraculous how it does all the work in terms of becoming the plant, creating the fruit for me to survive with. So I have a role in it, but my gosh. And then, of course, for our ancestors who were growing their own food, having to deal with the weather, that the weather was such that it allowed them to harvest. And so there is this thankfulness for not just our hard labor, but the mysterious way that life is designed to provide for everyone with such abundance. And we're looking at how this thankfulness, this appreciation, this gratitude for life, all aspects of life, seems to be a platform for us to experience the happiness that I'm looking for.
Yeah. I wanted to share, we were out at the farm that we volunteer at, pulling out basil plants and waiting for the peppers and the tomatoes to ripen more so that we could do the final gleaning to end the season. And we had been out the day before doing work, and we came out the following day, and I could not believe what had happened to the peppers in one day or evening, really. Well, one full day, I guess, because we went in the afternoon. They were ripening and becoming orange and red so quickly. And that relates to what you're saying about we did nothing to support them to ripen, just allowed them to be and to express and flourish the way they're designed to, just as we're designed the same.
Yeah, and I think for me, that sense of thriving and flourishing goes hand in hand with this idea of being happy in my life. And what I see is that when I'm really being grateful for something or being thankful, I'm really in the present moment. And it seems to be the ground for happiness. It's just like if I'm feeling thankful, I think how there's that feeling of happiness right there with it. And I reflect back on like our cultural conditioning is kind of like, I need more in order to be happy. And I mean, I chased that one for quite a while.
Me too.
If I just had this much money in the bank, oh, then I could just relax, everything would be good. And then when I got that amount of money in the bank, it was like, well, what happened to the promise? Why isn't the happiness that I saw coming when I had that number in my bank account, why isn't it there? And it just really brings home over time as you get to be our age. I think you start realizing that the more isn't the source of happiness, and that it really is being able to appreciate, be thankful for, enjoy what we have right now in this present moment. It's not so much the content of what we have as being present with it in that appreciation of what it is. And that's the source of happiness. So we can stop chasing our tail, think that I just need one more thing. I just need a little bit more. And I wanted to tie this back to food and eating because I notice that I get caught in this cycle also with my eating. We had this beautiful dinner last night, and it was like, oh, what about just one more bite? I mean, there's still some stuff on the stove. One more bite, wouldn't that be nice? And I saw how it is the nature of the mind to move us toward more. And it kind of ties it to you'll be happy if you get more. More is better. That is a function of that human mind, our personal thinking. We're designed that way, and that serves us because it moves us forward. Where I get into trouble is when I associate that desire for more with the idea that I will be happier then. So our mind is never going to stop us from, stop giving us the idea to get more. I was thinking about my woodworking projects, how every time I do a new woodworking project, I want to incorporate something more. I want to do something, I want to learn something that I've never done before.
Mm-hmm.
And in the past, that would kind of be like, I wasn't as satisfied with what I did. I needed to be better. I needed to learn this. But I no longer associate the more, which is this natural instinct we all have to grow and expand. I no longer associate that more with I will be happier. I simply will learn more and have a piece with more in it. And so that has taken away that jumping out of the present appreciation of what I have, thinking I need more to be happy. And it allows me to be completely present with what I have and what I've accomplished and be totally happy. So applying that to my dinner, it's just like it's the same thing. If I will just pause for a moment and see, is this enough? Is this particular project enough as it is? It is. We go to the farm. Is what is here enough? Well, it is, because it is what it is. Is this level of satiety enough? And that's the trick. That I've been playing with lately. It's like, it really is this reeling in this idea that one more bite will be one more level higher of happiness and satiety. And so often, okay, here's the kicker. So often that extra bite, or especially if I'll have a bite of something else, I'll grab something from the fridge, some little more like a sweet treat that I put together like a jam, grape jam that we had recently. And I'm perfectly happy, and my mind says, oh, one more thing, just some little sweet, and I'll have a bite or two of grape jam. I did this the other night. And in having that bite, it could just feel my whole digestion shift and have to deal with now a whole other kind of component of food going in. And it actually took away. So in my pursuit of more, I became less happy. So I'm working on that. I'm still learning.
What's so great is we have such a vast store of wisdom within. And if we access that, like when we think we need another bite, if we just ask our body in a very quiet space, do I need to eat another bite? It'll be so clear with you whether or not that would serve you. whether or not that would really serve the health and well-being that we are meant to be. Mine says, have a glass of water. No.
So often it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that question. Do I need something more, or do I simply need to enjoy more what I have? And like Connie's saying, that wisdom is really clear because the personal thinking is always going to drive us for more. That's that ego thinking. And like I say, there's nothing wrong with that drive. It's when we associate it with that more is where happiness lies, because happiness lies right here in this moment. It's never in the future. It's never from a circumstance changing. It's just in my ability to be present, settled in that moment. And there's the gratitude, there's the thankfulness, there's the joy.
So Thanksgiving dinner at our house is amazing. We do a wild rice blend stuffing that's made with fruit and nuts. So good. We'll give you that recipe. We do mashed potatoes. I cooked 5 pounds of potatoes to give us 3 days of glory. And those we cream with a nut milk or a plant milk. And then we do a mushroom gravy that is so heavenly. We put that over it, and Bill made a beautiful raw cranberry sauce with apples, orange, and date paste.
Date paste and cranberries.
Yeah,
Fresh
beautiful.
cranberries.
So enjoy all the recipes, and most important, enjoy this time of Thanksgiving, of giving thanks for all that we are and all that we experience.
And even if you're not in Canada, every day is a day to be thankful.
That's for sure.
Okay, thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.